we've had some people asking about our reverse double din install. Hey guys, Kevin from Screaming Chicken here. Today we're going to show you a little something different. We had a bunch of our products featured in an online car article from carjunkiemag.com. They did a full install on a bunch of audio equipment. So we're going to show you some of the highlights of that. And then we've had some people asking about our reverse double din installs. We covered it in another video, but it was towards the end, so it may have got missed or something. So we're going to show you that after we show you the highlights of the article that we got featured in. And this install applies to 82 to 92 Camaros. It doesn't fit Firebirds or anything older or newer, just specifically the 3rd gen Camaros.
Here is the article we were featured in. It's on Car Junkie Magazine. There's a lot of neat stuff on here. You can check out the latest news, some automotive features, as well as our product showcase. This is where you can find the article about the stereo upgrades they did on a customer's car. Y'all be sure to go check it out at carjunkiemag.com, as well as everything else that Car Junkie Magazine has to offer.
Okay guys, so we've got our console up here on the table so that we can film for you guys and show you the install better. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove your stock bezel and radio. We've already got the radio out. There's normally 4 screws holding your bezel in, and then you'll have 4 screws holding either your stock radio if you still have it, or whatever radio you have in there, or bezel if you're going from like a single din up to a double din. If you still have your factory hardware, you need a 7mm socket. And this, because we use this for filming quite a bit, we've just got Phillips head screws in here. So it will vary depending on how many people have been inside your console. Okay, so when you order our bezel and bracket kit, this is the reverse double din kit. You'll get the bezel, you'll get a metal bracket for each side of your radio. You'll get 2 3D printed brackets for your AC relocation, and then you'll get the hardware for the install. We do offer the bezel and the brackets separately each, but if you want everything, you need to make sure you get the bezel and bracket kit. To start with, before you try to install anything, there's going to be some screws here, 2 screws inside your console, and then 2 more down in the bottom of the console you're going to want to take out or loosen so that you can move this around so that you don't take any chances on breaking it. You don't always have to lift this, but it makes it a little easier for you to move stuff around and get stuff to fit in place. And these consoles are old, they're expensive. We don't want you to break yours. So take all those out, and that way you can, move this around instead of trying to force plastic that's old and brittle to bend. Okay, so next we're gonna relocate our climate controls. We've got an assistant holding it here because normally you'd have a bunch of vacuum lines back here that would hold this in place in the car, but because we're on a table, none of that's here. It's going to come down to where your factory radio position was and just bolt back in there. Get my ring out. And if you can already notice, I can see it here, but I don't know if it shows up as well on film or not. You can see how the angle, once you move the climate controls down, is way off. That's why we include our 3D printed spacers so that you can fix this angle. And I'll put the bezel over it here in a second to show you guys how far off it is. Some of the cheaper kits out there that you find don't include those, and that's part of the reason they're cheaper kits. They don't actually fix all the problems. We do include instructions with all our kits as well. One of the deals in the instructions does mention sometimes you have to elongate these holes a little bit. There we go. Sometimes you just have to wiggle them and they'll go in. And here's our new bezel. And when I set it in place, you can see that I can actually stick my finger up in there because the climate controls have to shift the angle to actually fit the face. So that's why we include our 3D printed spacers. From there, you're going to take your climate control loose. And if you have a magnet, that's super handy. My fingers don't really fit in this all that well. You'll notice on the climate controls, one side only has one hole and one has two. So our kind of flagged one will go on the side that only has one hole. And then our regular shaped triangle looking one will go on the 2-hole side. And then we just bolt it back in with the spacers in place. The reverse doubled in, you will get one screw that is longer. It's about this, I believe this is a 3/4 inch screw. You're going to want to use it in the top hole for the climate controls because of the larger spacer. Okay, I'm going to cheat the system. In the car, this would actually be a little easier. I'm doing this on a table where I'm having to kind of climb up over the table to look. But in the car, you would just be going down into the console. So where I'm struggling here, you more than likely won't. Our last screw here. And then now with the bezel, you can see it comes back up and actually fits the plate again. All right, so we've got our brackets just kind of snugly installed. We're using a Pioneer W4660 for this install. The reason we've got them just kind of loosely installed, just like snug so we can still kind of twist them a little bit, is you do have to play with your fitment a little bit. One thing to note is on some of your cars, your dash will come down a little lower behind your radio. So you may have interference issues with larger radios. You can tell this is a shallow body radio. There's also some Kenwoods and JVCs that they won't have the upper half of this body, just the lower. And that will make it even easier to install with a reverse double din. But with the shallow mounts, you can still usually kind of fiddle with them enough to make them work. So I'm gonna take our wires. And here's part of the reasons when I told you to loosen up your console is to get this in here. So that kind of wiggle it in here and you get it in place. Make sure your console comes back down for your fitment, and then so that'll sit on your climate control. I'm trying to make sure I get this back down in place so that I can take my bezel and set it in place and then see kind of where I'm fitting here. So I still need to do a little adjustment here for this to fit a little more flush. I adjusted these the wrong way a second ago. So I'm gonna pull this back out and readjust these a little bit so that it sits more flush with my bezel, and then we'll be ready for the final install. Okay, so we've fiddled with this for a little bit off camera, working with our angles, trying to get them where we want. We're gonna go ahead and tighten it all down. We've got it to where we're pretty happy with how it's sitting. You can see here, if you look at where the faceplate to the body is, you can see there's an angle in there. This is gonna be kind of close to what you're gonna need for this because of the change in the angle with the bezels. So, you know, this isn't going to be a straight deal. You are going to have to mess with this a little bit. It's not bad. It's just a little bit of fiddling and fitment to get it to where the front of your radio is going to sit in your bezel the way you want. And we try to get it to where it's basically flush. So now we're going to go ahead and do our install. And again, this is why we told you to loosen these up so that you can lift it up, and then it's going to sit right there for a second. The upper holes will just go through the hardware itself, and then your lower one will actually go through this hole as well. Bring my radio up a little bit. There we go. We're going to take and put our console back down so that our lower screws go back through here to mount the top of the console as hold the radio in place. And there we go. Now our bezel sits in there. We just have to put our bezels screws back in and then go back through and reinstall all the screws to hold the console back down. You can see this fits pretty flush. You know, you could sit here and play with it a lot more, but we're pretty happy with how that sits. Okay guys, there's the install. Go check out the article at carjunkiemag.com. They have a bunch of good car related articles for you to check out. The reverse bezel bracket kit is a screamingchicken.com designed kit. We have the brackets made custom for us. We also offer a regular double din kit, so your stereo would be on the bottom and your AC controls stay up top. And we also offer a double din kit for your 85 to 92 Firebirds and 82 to 84 Firebirds. Then we offer a plethora of other car audio equipment, stereos, speakers, amp kits, amps, all that sort of stuff. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Adios.